If you don't play into the trans agenda, you're cast out as a bully.
Where do I start? We got the Jesus is trans sign. What I find interesting about these people, about the left in general, is that they feel like they can say anything. But if you say that there's two genders, you are the bad person. I'm a bad person for saying that a man cannot become a woman. I'm a bad person for saying a woman cannot become a man. I'm a bad person for saying I don't want to date trans women because I like women and I'm not gay. And I like women who are born women who have vaginas and wombs. I'm a bad person for saying that. I'm transphobic for saying that. But they're not xenophobic for coming out and disrespecting an entire religion by saying that Jesus, the Son of God himself, is trans. But you know what? Past that. Why is this bitch on the floor screaming? Why are they always screaming? Every time I see a clip of these people, they're always screaming. But you know what? When I think about it, it makes a lot of sense because you have to be a very childish person to think that you can just choose your identity. So these are childish people. They're still stuck at age 6, age 7. They have the IQ of a 7-year-old. That's why they scream every single time they want to get their point across. Because they have the same mindset as a child. That's why. It makes sense, actually. Okay, there's so many questions here. We got Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man right here. With a red mohawk. Is that a woman or a man? Don't even ask me. I don't even know. Probably are they. Multiple people on the screen. You know what? Let me just continue the clip because there's just too many questions. Spider-Man with a mohawk is insane. I don't even know what to say.
An only son that whoever believes in Jesus would never...
Let's just break down what's going on here. So we've got this evangelist trying to preach the word of God. Then we have this seems to be a woman. Don't quote me because you know these people. Looks like a woman, a fat lady with her face painted white with a rainbow fan. Where do you even purchase that? Where do you purchase an LGBT fan? Do they have a website? Let me know. Do they have an LGBT website? And do they have an LGBT durag? Where do I purchase one? Where do you purchase these things? Where does one buy a rainbow flag? I mean a rainbow fan. And why is it in demand? That's a question. So this guy's trying to preach the word of God, and you've got these two clowns coming and interrupting him. But this is what's wrong. I don't want to go on a different tangent right now, but some Christians, you guys got to pattern up, bro, because there's just no way I'm trying to speak, even if it's about God, whether it's just about me trying to promote myself, like here's my music, here's my YouTube channel, whatever. If I'm in the middle of the street speaking and I see Spider-Man with a mohawk come and try to interrupt me with a clown mask, this nigga's getting folded fast. I'm just letting you know. This turn the other cheek, Good Samaritan shit ain't gonna slide, bro. I'm sorry, you're getting folded real quick. There's no way I'm trying to speak and you're gonna come with a clown mask and put it in my face and then think you're gonna tell the story the next day. There's just no way. All 4 of them are getting hit. 2 days. All 4 of them are getting slapped. All 4 of them are getting sent to the grave. No kids. There's just no way. These people are so extreme. You have to agree with them. You have to agree with their views. You have to call them they. You have to change your whole language and your whole value, all your values to go along with what they have to say. But then when you have your opinion, when you have a God or you have faith or you have a religion, they come and disrespect it because it doesn't align with their values.
I have a question for all of you. Do your penises make you men?
Yes,
well,
biologically.
part of what makes me a man,
is that what makes you?
Well, I said being a man's ingrained within every part of your body. So our cells are
right.
Yes, our penis too.
But if you had to look at the difference between us and between you, now would that difference be the lack of a penis?
If we were naked.
Okay.
I mean,
if we're gonna minimize being a man to that particular anatomy,
we didn't minimize.
No. I'm asking the question.
The difference between us and the difference between you is that I am a man and you are not. It's really that simple. It's not actually rocket science. Look, you can put makeup on a pig. A pig is a pig. It's still gonna squeak or whatever noise they make. You could just tell by their mannerisms that this is a woman. I'm the one speaking. I'm speaking right now. That's very feminine, bro. Men don't speak like that. All the men in the comments, or all the men watching this, whenever you had a discussion with your boy and he disagreed with him, you'd be like, Actually, I'm talking right now. When has that ever took place? That was such a woman thing to say. That was such a woman thing to do. Seriously, that was mad. That's the difference right there. That right there, that energy, we can just tell you have a vagina, bro.
Okay, if we minimize it, because this is where we're going, is anatomy, right? Because that's where we've gotten.
Our basic biology.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if we get there, so do your penises make you more men than us?
It's part of
It's
what
not
does.
making more or less. It's we're a biologically man. You're not a biological man.
It's not a spectrum,
It's
so
from-
it's not a question that we can answer, because you're saying on the spectrum, would this make us more of a man than you? But no, it's because we are a man and you guys aren't.
Well, we're different.
So we're not men.
We're
Is
different.
what you is exactly what you just said.
In my view, you guys are appropriating the gender and you are living as a man, but biologically you are not a man. So to me, it's not, you can't say, okay, well, does that make us more of a man? That's not even a question to ask, because you're not a biological man. When it comes down to asking questions that make me start to change what the truth is and what the truth isn't, putting it on a spectrum when it's an objective truth, that's where I draw the line.
Listen to this guy speaking. This guy is 1000% gay and he's still not on your side. This is why I never understood. Why is trans part of the LGBT? It doesn't make sense. It's not part of it. It doesn't make sense. The LGBT is for sexualities. Being trans is not sexuality. You are just choosing to be a gender that you are not. It's a gender. If I decide I'm a woman tomorrow, which I can do now. If I decide I'm a woman tomorrow, that isn't a sexuality. I might still be attracted to a woman. What does that make? Does that make me a lesbian? No, not really, because I'm still a man. It isn't a sexuality. So for it to be part of the LGBT doesn't make sense. It could be argued that the trans community takes away from the gay community and the queer community in general. Because if you can just pick whatever gender you are, then there's no point of even having divisions for sexuality. If gender doesn't exist, there's no point of sexualities. Heterosexual, homosexual, all that shit. Lesbian, queer, whatever. None of it makes sense anymore because there's no such thing as gender. So no one, like even me, I can say I'm straight, but I'm not really straight because there's no gender. So I'm not, what am I? If there's no such thing as a woman, if a woman is just whatever, if a woman is just a person who chooses to feel like a woman I identify as, then what does that make me? What is it to be straight anymore? Because they're trying to make the schism between men and women to the point where there is no difference. So if there's no difference, there's no point of even calling me straight. I'm not straight then. I just like humans because there's no difference. That's what they're trying to do anyway. They're trying to make it to a point where there is no difference between men and women, not just from an appearance, but from an attitude, from an energy, from the way we carry ourselves, everything. That could be a whole video. You can make a video about the emasculation of men. You could talk about how they try and make women more manly and masculine as well. And when a woman acts like a woman, it's shamed. Like, not only is it shamed by other women, it's shamed by men now because they've brainwashed us that much. It's so internalized, it's so indoctrinated. You don't even realize, like, bro, if you have a girlfriend, yeah, and she starts cooking for you, and you can't speak for everyone, but let's say you have a girlfriend, she starts cooking for you, and she brings you food, and your mom's there, and your mom's one of these feminists, she's gonna be there like, why you got your girlfriend making you food? You can't make your own food? Is that ingrained into our community and our society? It's inescapable. Even if a woman wants to be a woman, she can't be a woman anymore. And a man cannot be a man anymore either. If you follow masculine ideals and masculine values, you will be shamed. I promise you will be shamed. I promise you. You can't even have standards anymore as a man. If you say, I don't like girls who have sex with loads of women, you're insecure. Anything. You can't say anything. If you say, I don't like women who are overweight, you're insecure. Everything's insecure. They've literally made that thing. You can't even speak as a man. You just shut the up and be quiet. God forbid you're a white man. If you're a white man, if you're a white straight man, you are not allowed to speak. Be quiet. Every time you leave the house, just be quiet. In the eyes of these people, you're so privileged that you don't actually have a right to speak. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent, but bro, they're trying to make it a thing where there is no difference between men and women. That is my point. And that is an issue.
Can men get pregnant?
Depends.
You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. How can it be made up? This has gone too far. It was a simple question. This is something 15 years ago, a 5-year-old i.e. me, because I'm 20. So 15 years ago, I would have been 5. If you asked me 15 years ago, I could answer this question. Age 5, 2007. You ask a kid in 2007, how can a man get pregnant? All of them would say no. All of them. A 3-year-old would have the answer. A 2-year-old, anyone who can speak would have the answer, bro. It's that simple. It is not that complicated. They've overcomplicated this. I would pay big money to be a fly in the wall for what they're teaching these kids, bro. Because seriously, I'm confused, and I'm 20 years of age. What are they teaching children? Can you? Okay. I had a sex ed when I was in year 2, so I was like 7 or 8, and obviously didn't get into like crazy details because you're literally 7 or 8 years old. They're not gonna start telling you sex positions or shit. On a scientific level, they just tell you like, oh, this is a penis, this is a vagina, get into sexual organs. 9 months later, you have a kid, blah blah blah. Very simple, but even that was confusing for a child. But very simple in general. Now what the they teach? They can't even tell them that a woman is the one that gets pregnant.
I know.
What does it depend on?
I know trans men that can get pregnant.
That means it's a woman. Only one sex can get
that's
pregnant.
a circular argument. That's
it's not a
making
circular
the
argument.
Yeah.
It's proving my thing. There is a truth, a concrete truth. You have to be born with a uterus to have a baby. Only women can get pregnant. The fact that we've arrived in a society where
that's the part I'm disagreeing with.
This is a grown man disagreeing with the statement that only women can get pregnant. Let me repeat this. This is a grown man who disagrees, who is on camera, who is being seen on camera saying that he disagrees with the fact that only women can get pregnant. 15 years ago when I was 5 years old, if we was all in year 1 and some dumbass nigga in my class was like, boys can have kids, everyone would laugh at him. And you'd be 5 years old, and I swear everyone would laugh. Like, what's wrong? Don't you not listening in class? Like, trying to say that boys can have kids? Like, what type of dickhead? What's wrong with him? 15 years ago, if a child who was above the age of 5 said out loud to other 5-year-olds that a man can have kids, he would get shamed for that. He would get shamed for that. A 5-year-old would get shamed for that because you haven't been listening in class. That's like saying 2 + 2 is 3. It just doesn't make sense on a base level. Everyone would laugh at him. Everyone would laugh at this kid. Now we have 30-year-old men saying that men can have babies, bro. Or not only women can have babies. And it's normal. This is not a viral clip. This is not circling around. This is not in the news. This should be a big deal. Like, why is there grown men spreading around that not only women can have babies? But is that normal? It's normal, just a normal conversation. In fact, I'm the one in the wrong for saying that only women can have babies. I'm the one saying the crazy statement, not him. I'm the crazy one. It's time to go, bro. I'm done with this earth. Serious.
You're a big fan of fishing.
I do love fishing. Yes, I do.
What?
Yeah. I'd love to be a fisherthem.
What, like a fly fisherman?
I'd be any type of fisherthem.
A fisherthem. A fisherthem. No, a fisherman. Because he's not a man, he's a them. Not he, sorry, my bad. Them is them. A fisherthem. Is this what we've come to? Is this where we are in society? Every single word that has a gender in it is going to be replaced with them. If that person doesn't have a gender, he's non-binary. At least if you're going to be trans, pick a side. At least, that's bare minimum. That's actually bare minimum. Come on. Bare minimum. If you're going to be trans anything, because transgender is not the only trans. You got transabled people. I might make another video. People that are transabled. Google it. I'm not making this shit up. You'd think I'm making it up. It's some joke. No. I'm seeing this woman. She poured bleach in her eyes because she felt like she was blind.
I felt imprisoned by my sight. I really felt the need to be blind. People believe that blindness is a disability. I think of being empowered and being free when I think of being blind. I met a psychologist on the online group that I was a part of. I started telling him that I wanted to go blind permanently. He told me to do the research to show that I was serious, and then he would help me. I put all my time and effort into researching how to go blind.
These are adults, bro. These are adult people. When I was a kid, you know the little lids that they have on Bleach, right? You know they have the lids like for the child, what they call the child-proof lids or whatever, so that kids don't do stupid. They need an adult-proof lid. They need an adult-proof. You need to have a license to buy certain things. I swear. They need to just put licenses in those shit. Like, it's not even an age requirement anymore. You need a license. Because there's some 10-year-olds that are way more responsible than some of these adults, bro. How are you, a grown adult, pouring bleach in your eyes because you feel like you're blind? You know how disrespectful that is? Some people were born without sight. You feel like you're blind. I feel like I'm blind. There's a few words that need to be abolished, bro. Abolished. Seriously. The word identify, abolish it. Abolish the word identify. It's overused, oversaturated, and people just misuse it now. I don't even like the word ID. Don't even ask me for identification, my nigga. I don't even want to hear it. Don't even ask me for a passport, bro. Just say, can I have your passport? Don't ask me, do you have ID? Because that means identification, and I don't even want to hear the identify. I don't even want to hear it. Delete the word. Delete the word from the English language. Misogyny, delete it. Overused word, overused. Narcissism, delete it. Delete that word. Some of these words need to get delete. I feel like, delete. All of these terms, please delete them because they're so overused. I'm so tired of hearing this shit being abused by adult people. I feel like I'm blind. Wow. But look, I digress. If you're gonna be trans, anything, trans age, I'm not making this shit up, transabled, transgender, trans race, anything, at least pick a side. How are you gonna be trans and not be able to pick a side, bro? You're already delusional. At least pick a side. If I'm gonna be trans race and decide I'm gonna be white, I'm at least gonna tell you I'm white. How am I trans race and I don't know the race? That's what you non-binary people are. You're transgender, you don't even know the fucking gender. You want me to respect something you don't even know. You're confused and you're upset that I'm confused. You're confused. You're confused. You're confused. You're so confused and you're mad at me for being confused back. How you want me to know your situation when you don't know your situation? You don't even know your own scenario. You want everyone to be caught up on some shit you ain't even caught up on. You want me to know the news you ain't even educated. You're not even informed and you want me to know. You want me to have the answers like I'm Sway. Serious. Make it make sense, please. Fisherthem is insane. Fisherthem is insane, bro. It's so unnecessary because when we say fisherman, it's just a term. It's just a term. It's not necessarily talking about a man who fishes. It's just a person who fishes. We call them a fisherman. The word man is used in these. What are you going to do? Hew them instead of human.
Michael, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
It only takes a couple extra syllables to use inclusive language.
To include
and
who?
It seems to include people who don't identify as women but can become pregnant.
So you're telling me that in order to be a moral person, I need to accept the idea that a man can really become a woman. That's a prerequisite of my being a moral person.
I mean, yes.
Okay, I have a dog, right? She's a girl. You guys see my dog. I'm giving you a little scenario. You see my dog. My dog's pregnant. You come to me and say, oh, you got a girl dog. I tell you, how do you know it's a girl? You're assuming it's gender. You say, it's pregnant. It's a pregnant dog. Like, how could it not be a girl? I tell you. So what? You're not including the other people, the other dogs that, like, it's bullshit. You got to understand, in nature, there's always been a man and a woman. There's a female, a male. That's it. That's it. Humans are just too intelligent for their own good. They just, I swear to you, we became too advanced for her own good. That's our problem. The advancements we became so advanced and we adapted so far that we have regressed. That's it. We went so far, we got bored and decided to go backwards. We went so far, we decided to go backwards. Like, we already understood that woman got pregnant. This is base level science. But we're so bored of knowing everything, we decided to regress a little bit. Like, okay, I'm a bit tired of knowing everything. Let's just go back. Let's just try some different shit. Let's make up rules where I can pick my race. Like, we know that there's differences between different races and, you know, black people are from this place and white people from this place. But no, that's boring. That's boring. Let's do trans race. How about we just choose our race? What? Like, I know it's been allocated to us, but nah, that's boring. That's boring. All the world wars and all that happened before, you know, with different people from different countries. We're all the same. Yeah, we're all the same. And I can be white and say I'm black. The slavery and all that came from before. No. That was all, that all didn't matter. That doesn't matter. The whole time we was the same. The whole time. Yeah. Good job. Great. Let's see how this goes. Because like I said, it's literally like we're bored. This is boredom at its highest point. It has to be boredom because it can't be anything else. We came so far, we regress, bro. You have people blinding themselves because they feel blind, bro. They feel blind. Same way that we do history and we hear certain stories about them not having hygiene, them not washing their hands, them thinking the earth was this type of shape. It's a whole different discussion. Them throwing poo in the water and drinking it, them throwing poo at the window. That's the same way, I promise. The same way that these people are going to look at us. Like, in 2023, they had men, grown men, mutilating themselves to become women by cutting their penis and then folding it in a way to look like a vagina. That's what's going to happen. We're history. This is history. Pay attention, bro. This is history. I'm telling you. It's like I said, it's either two ways. It's either going to go like that, where they're going to be appalled in 100 years looking back, like what the, or they're going to go even further with it and it's going to get worse. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.